Hi, welcome back to Positive Connections. Let's talk. And today we're going to talk about how to get your child to think creatively. That's right. And a very special guest for today is someone I've known for many years now. Her name is Gillian, and she is a legal tech consultant, but most importantly, she is a creative and multi talented entrepreneur and mother. And today she's going to share with you her creation, the Idea Explorers, and how you can get your child to think creatively through multiple intelligences. So, without further ado, let's welcome Gillian. Okay, Gillian, hi, welcome.
Hello,
Please.
everyone. Hi, Has. Thank you for having me on your program. And I'm, as Has said, a legal tech consultant. I trained as a lawyer, worked as a lawyer. I've been an entrepreneur as well. But I really have a passion for stories and writing. And so in 2003, I created the Idea Explorers, and there are now 2 volumes of them. And they are about 7 little kids who have tons of ideas, and that's because they use their multiple intelligences. We all learn differently. And I think it's important that children and their parents learn to focus on how a child learns. And when you focus on how they learn, that's where they get stronger at learning and coming up with ideas. So, like Has said, I have 2 magazines. And this is the first one, volume 1. This is the second one, volume 2. And we're going to talk about how you can get your kids to think creatively. It's easy to just say, come up with ideas, but it's not that easy. You have to know how to encourage thinking, learning, asking questions.
I'll never forget. Gillian used to attend class with her children many years ago. I think it was more than 15, 16 years ago. And I'll never forget, Gillian, it was a birthday party. You are one different mom. Okay. I remember we were playing games. It was parachute. And I was trying to get the children to make less noise, but you say, no, it's okay, make noise. Whoa, this mom, she knows how to have fun.
I remember I loved it. It was my daughter's 8th birthday party. And I wanted you, and I got my friends who are illustrators, I got music, and I just wanted the kids to just shout, have fun,
Yes.
draw, sing, dance, roll around.
Yeah, and that's rare, to be honest, because I did many parties, and this is one mom who really wants a child to just roll, go for it. So when you told me about the magazine, I'm so excited, and I'm so happy to share with the viewers. As you know, over here at Positive Connections, we want to share ideas, especially for parents and teachers, because together we can create a better world. Wow, Gillian, I'm so excited. So I'm gonna zip. Please take it away.
How can the Idea Explorer kids help children? They can teach how to be more open to experiences. They can teach how to think out of the box by finding things out. They can teach how to be more resilient by developing your multiple intelligences. And they can teach how to explore your world and your life through ideas. For how to think creatively, I'm going to read it out. It's know what you don't know. There we go.
I love it. Know what you don't know. I love that. I just want to add, Gillian, I always say to teachers, you really don't know what you don't know. Same goes for parents. And I love that you're bringing this to the children. Please tell us more.
Okay, so for example, when you know what you don't know, you're going to be open to anything then. Because if you think you know something, you may not be open to discussing it. And then you should expect the unexpected. And the most important thing, read to find out. Read, and read some more. So, for example, there are stories that I came up with. And when there are stories, for example, like you ask questions, like Raisin, one of the Idea Explorers, and she likes to ask questions and she knows what she doesn't know. So she goes and reads and she finds out about things. So we start with the stories in the magazine, and then we segue into the editorial where the child can read up more about things, or they can ask questions. They can ask their teachers the questions. They can ask their parents the questions. And that's where they start to maybe start thinking. And with the multiple intelligences, that's why there are seven of them, is because everybody, children and adults, learn differently. Some learn through words, some learn through music, some learn through numbers, some learn through their bodies. Some have a lot of kinesthetic intelligence, which is why some people are so good at sports. And if you actually, connect a concept to the way their bodies move or the way or sports, like for example, a ball bouncing, if you can show the child, the ball bounces through the laws of physics, and you bring in the numbers and the physics concepts, then it becomes engaging and interesting, as opposed to just teaching them the dry numbers on the board or something like that. But you bring in some activity that a child is more familiar with, because they know how to bounce a ball, they know how to hit a ball, they know how to catch a ball. So, and besides that, there's also emotional intelligence. Some kids love to learn through interaction. So don't just, give them a book and read to them. I read to my daughter for 12 years every night. And then, so there are seven multiple intelligences, and that's what we use to create the stories. And then through the editorial, give a lot of information and get the kids asking questions. And then they start making connections and they can come up with ideas.
Wow. So, what I love about what your magazine does is that it gives nuggets of ideas
Mm,
for the parents
mm,
to be more focused on what to do, not just theoretical knowledge, but to
mm.
give them nuggets to do something together.
Mm, mm. And I think those nuggets are best conveyed through story,
Wonderful.
which is why the magazine is brightly illustrated. I got really good illustrators. Some of them are my friends' daughters who, illustrate for animation studios in LA. Some are other friends' children. Some are award-winning graphic novelists in Singapore. And
Wow.
it was a labor of love. I just love the illustrations. I curate, I select, I do the storyboard, and then they draw it out. And it's a very collaborative effort. And then they enjoy it as much as I do. And so in that sense, it becomes much more participatory and engaging and collaborative, as opposed to just a teacher or a parent, or telling the child, go read up on your own, go do this or go do that. So there's more interaction. You can use the story to interact with the child. The child can read the story and feel more engagement with the concept,
Mm.
engagement with the information or reading material. So that's how the nuggets maybe of information can help.
Yes, and I love the idea about collaborative because now you see we're both mothers of adult children.
Mm.
Mine is like 25. How old are your children, Gillian?
22 and 20.
You see, we've gone through this journey, and I can't say enough. When you collaborate with your children to collaborate with others, that is when it becomes organic. So it becomes really meaningful.
Exactly. So that's what I mean by participatory,
Mhm.
collaborative, because in today's world, we need so much more teamwork, collaboration. People should not be, doing things in isolation. Oh, and the other point in the magazine was, if you don't know something, ask for help. It's very
Oh,
important to
yes.
ask, to learn to ask questions, not just questions, but for help as well. If you don't know something, don't be scared. And that's the other part about grit and resilience has to
Yes,
teach us,
absolutely.
is you need to let the child sometimes fall or fail, or ask those questions even if they're scared. Do something that they're scared, then they have to develop that courage to step up or ask a question, or be unafraid of looking maybe a bit silly. But then what we need is some humor to take away that fear. If you don't mind laughing at yourself or thinking, well, it's all right, I don't know, I can't know everything. I mean, we all don't know everything. I ask questions every day. As a consultant, I'm more than open about asking, people who are, more familiar with things, how to do things, like the way we learned how to use StreamYard just now,
Yes.
work together. So we have to work together. Yeah.
Wonderful. I love this. Okay. Wow. Thank you so much, Jillian. I'm so excited for our dear viewers out there, especially the parents who are looking for ideas, especially in the age of COVID-19. There's so much that you can do at home. So,
Yes,
Jillian,
absolutely.
tell us, yes, tell us how can they get in touch with you, whether they are parents or even schools, teachers, for the example.
Okay. And you can follow us on Instagram. And the account is I full stop AM full stop Notion Potion. So just follow us and drop us a line. If you're more interested in Idea Explorers, tell us what your ideas are, drop us a line, and I'd be happy to send you a copy. If you're within Singapore, I'm happy to send up to the first 50 people to follow us and get in touch with us. Give me your address and I'll send a copy along to you.
Wow, first 50. Wow, thank you for your generosity. Please check it out and please connect with her. The first 50 in Singapore only will be
Yes.
receiving copies, right? Wow, thank you for your generosity, Gillian. I know that you have someone in mind who is passionate about music. Do share. I just love to share
Yes.
what is
So
possible for children.
I've seen this little girl grow up. She's the daughter of my good friend, and her name is Claire Lim, and she's what they call a music technologist and an
Ooh.
educator as well. And
Mhm.
she uses electronic devices to create music. And she has this wonderful item called Battleground, and you can find it on Spotify under Doll Trick, DOLLTRI, the exclamation mark for the ICK, Doll Trick. And Claire is a great epitome of an idea explorer because she's pushing music boundaries. She has great ideas, great music, and you can find her on Spotify. And I really like her music. So that's one way of, like, a child going with their passion, learning things and creating music. And she's always loved music from young.
Wow, thank you so much. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm also going to put that link below on the
Yes,
YouTube channel so that's easier for
correct.
anyone who wants to find out more about this too. Okay, so
Thank you, Hans. Thank
thank you
you.
so much, Jillian. All right,
Thank you.
bye.
Bye.
Happy parenting and teaching, everyone.